So what it does is it makes everything look modern and opens it up. But what you have to understand is there's 2 or 3 different things that you have to know about. One of them is if you buy these posts, these are the posts, these stainless steel posts. If you buy them with the feet on them, they cost, I don't know, about almost $100. But if you buy just the tubes, it only costs $30. The other thing is I was unable to find bamboo rails. So what I did was I got maple, and I'll talk about that in a bit. Okay, the other thing you need to understand is the parts. These are the keepers. These are the keepers that go on the post to hold the glass, okay? Now they come in different designs. You can get them like this that are real shiny, plated. These are brushed nickel color. And the glass goes in here, and there's pieces of rubber on each side, and then these get screwed together. And there's a couple of different variations of how this works. Some of them, if you look, it has a curved bottom on it, and some of them have a straight. They have the straight back of it. So the straight ones, they go against the walls, and the ones that are rounded, they go on the post. And you got to check to make sure you buy the ones that are fit for the size post that you have, okay? Now, the other thing that you have to remember is sometimes the law tells you that you need to have certain size glass. Well, the old law here in California was 3/8 inch tempered glass. And now it's 1/2 inch. But these fittings, these clamps, these holders, for the 1/2 inch glass cost about $30 a piece. And you need 80 of them. The ones that I got were like $3.50 a piece. Now, for the various posts, these posts take the straight posts that just went over the old wrought iron. I cut the old wrought iron out, and I just slid these over it. And then I had to do a little bit of adjusting here, like I had to make this special fitting here and up here. And on this part, I screwed up, but nobody notices. If you notice that fitting, that saddle, and that saddle doesn't go down all the way. And the reason is because I put the clamp, I put the holder too high. I should have put it down 1/2 inch, and it would have taken up it would have compensated for the difference. So when you do these oblong parallelograms, you need to get this pressed, or you need to get this foam board and make exact fitting, an exact of exactly what you want to have the glass cut, because once that glass is cut, it doesn't bend. Then you have to take into consideration little things like here where the steps are. I had to have that specially cut. But all of this stuff was done by using the foam board patterns. And this is what it looks like. So you can see it really makes things look a lot better. Now, let me talk about the rails, the maple rails. You can buy these maple rails from a place back east. And the thing that I thought would make it look a lot better is I finished it off with these caps, these end caps. So that makes it look very professional. Now, the other part you have to understand is on the stairs, you have to have a different post. So if you look at this, it has like a fitting and it swivels. So these are some of the things that I used to build this. And this is the post that you get for the uprights, because it has this swivel fitting so it can move, and you can adjust the length of this. Now for here on the banister where I was going up the stairs, I had to make a fastener. I had to get a special fitting and I had to have them cut a hole in the glass. So they cut the hole in the glass before they temper it. And that way I was able to put this part in for the banister here. Now, where this, and also there was no banister on this side, so I added this. And this one you can just, I got the swivel fittings, but you don't need them. You can make them the straight fittings. So that was an extra banister, or an extra handrail I put on. Now for when you get into parts like when you go into the wall, what I did was I drilled this out, and then on the other side I cut the sheetrock out and I spliced in a 2x4 so that I could drill through and put a great big long screw to keep this solid. So this thing is solid. And the only other thing that I had was some of the caps, the end caps are different. If you notice, this cap is a little bit different than this one. It's okay, because that's what I had to do to make this all work. So I think it looks really good. I got 2 or 3 bids for it, and the lowest bid was $12,000. And I was able to do all of this work, and including the glass. I did the labor myself. I did all of the work for less than $5,000. So just to give you a heads up, all of this stuff came from China, and it was very reasonable. And by the way, their stainless steel is excellent. So that's what it looks like. And I'm real happy with how it came out. And I'm real happy with the results. And that's about it. So that's it for this week. Thank you.